Hello, my name is Dmitry Alexandrov. I'm a software developer at Oracle working on Helidon project. This is the second video where I'll be explaining to you the integration between GraphQL and Helidon, this time with Helidon SE. If you haven't seen the first part when I explained the integration between Helidon MP and GraphQL, please have a look at it before this one. So, let us jump into the code. For this, I have prepared a small Hello project just to demonstrate to you how it's done in SE. The first thing we need to do is to add a dependency for GraphQL to our POM file. Next thing, we just go to the main function, which is nothing special for now. It is a pure, clean web server doing nothing. Let us build the GraphQL schema. For this, we have to do some typing, since it's a pure Java. So we will create a private static GraphQL schema function like build schema. No parameters required. The schema itself has to be typed directly as a string, so we will do it quite easily. Just type in the schema. Then the schema has to be parsed. So then we have a schema parser. For that, it is a new schema parser. Nothing special, once again. Then we need the type definition registry in order to work with the types described inside. We can do it with schema parser, which just passes the schema, and this time we built the type definition registry. Now we are ready to fetch some data. So our service will provide hellos in different languages. So let us create a data fetcher which returns us a list of strings, which will actually, we will call it hello data fetcher, which is just a lambda environment which gives us a list of several hellos in different languages like bonjour, guten Tag, sorry, that has to be string, and hello. I think that will be just enough for our example. As we get the data, we now have to wire this data to the GraphQL functionality. So, for that, we have so-called runtime wiring, which is equal to runtime wiring. We build a new one, and then, following the builder parser, we will return several types. The first type will be, for every query for hello, we will just return world. So let us type query, and then just a lambda, where we have builder, fetching the data, like hello, and it should return like static data, new static data fetcher, which returns us just a world. Lovely. Let us make it more complex, since we have several hellos there that we want to share with via GraphQL functionality. We'll make another type, which is also query. We will also use the builder and get the data fetcher. Now we'll say hello in different languages. Yeah, this should be string. And it should return the list of our hellos. Then we just build it. The final steps we should take is just to generate the schema and return it with the wiring we have. So this time we have a Schema Generator. It's also just a new class, new instance of a class. And we return this Schema Generator, make executable schema with type definition registry and runtime wiring. And I guess this is all we need to generate the schema. But that's not all, as our server has to know where actually our GraphQL is. We need to register it. So for this we have this GraphQL support file, which make a create and just build the schema. Lovely. This is all the code we have to do to create a simple Hello GraphQL support example. Let us now just run it. Since it's a regular Java, there's nothing special we could do. We just run it. Let us see. Okay, it is running on port 8080. So now we open a terminal and let us try to do some examples. First of all, we need to see if we can query the schema itself. Let us just do the curl for this, and as you see, we have the result. Let us now do something more special. Like, for example, send a query to our GraphQL server and see if it returns us world. Yes, we have returned the world for our hello. Okay, let us make the data in different languages. So let us call the second query. And we did it. So with only a few steps, just adding a dependency, writing a small schema builder directly with Java, and adding registering actually GraphQL support, we are able to create a fully functional Helidon SE application supporting GraphQL. I hope you found this video useful, so play with it, enjoy, and if you have some issues with that, but I'm sure you won't have, please don't forget to submit issues to our GitHub repository, since Helidon is an open source project. If you have a solution, just submit a support request, which is highly appreciated. Thank you so much. I hope you found it useful.